Ahoy, mateys. This is Stevie Wayne, your nightlight. And KB, Antonio Bay, California, is on the air. I've lined up some tunes to help you celebrate the 100th birthday of Antonio Bay. So, let's get down to business.
Star Trek The Next Generation. We're trekking across the universe.
It's the Solar One Sci-Fi Podcast.
Ahoy there, mateys. This is Michael Ball on the Solar One Sci-Fi Podcast. Halloween special, 2 days after Halloween. This week we are going to be focusing on a film which features a lady who talks like this on her microphone. I'm joined this week again by my co-host. I can't do this anymore, it's giving me a sore throat. I'm joined once again by Martin Fowler, who's looking like something out of a horror movie because he's got a new setup. He's like a blob. I don't know why, but he's there, and he's sort of pressing on and trying to do stuff. So, hello, Martin. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm all right. We're filming this on Halloween night, but it's okay because it's funny that where I live now, I don't get any trick-or-treaters. They don't come here. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like it's surreal. It's like...
You don't get them round where I live. If they do, I'll tell them where to go. They're not coming round my house. That miserable old get that lives over the road.
No, where I used to live, you used to get hordes of them. And they go, trick-or-treat, trick-or-treat. And like, there's nothing. There's jack shit. I mean, it's dark now.
Did you buy any, like, stuff for them then? Did you?
Do you know what? I forgot about it. I mean, what we did do, I'll show you this if it'll come up on the
Michael, I'm really shocked.
Why?
I thought at least you'd have gone out and bought some trick-or-treaty stuff.
Well, no, I made pumpkins. We made pumpkins.
All right. I saw that.
Yeah. So they were good. I did a Darth Vader one, which I was quite pleased with. That's about it, really. I mean, we'll have a look at... We're going to watch a Halloween-y sort of movie tonight, I think. I don't know what we're going to watch, but we'll watch something which is quite good and get us in the mood for it.
There's something I wanted to ask you, actually. There's a British sitcom I'm after, and I can't get hold of it, and it's 6 episodes. John Alderton did a TV series about living in a locker in a train station.
What's it called?
I'm being serious. It's called The Up Chat Line.
All right. Well, I'll see if
1980s John Alderton. He plays this dude, and he lives out of a locker in a train. That's his address. He gets all his mail there. He's even got an ironing board in it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have a look at it. Look for it if you like. I'm sure that I can. Let me see if I can find some information about it.
The information's there. It's just finding it. I would hoping it'd be on YouTube, but it's not.
I don't know. Well, there are alternative places to look, but yeah, all right. So before we go into our focus of the week, have you got any news your end? Anything you want to report about?
Oh yeah, there's reboot of Battlestar Galactica.
Oh. Do we need another
and
reboot?
The film as well, and the film it's moving ahead because there's strikes and stuff.
Yeah, but I like both versions.
Well, there's some other fucking reboot coming.
Oh god, a reboot of a reboot.
A reboot of a reboot of a reboot of a prequel of a reboot.
And Galactica 1980 as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I'd like to continue from original series. That's what I'd like to see.
I would love to see that. I think they should wipe off Galactica 80. Yeah, and make it with the retro kind of, maybe slightly update it, but make it as in not a remake or a reboot, a continuation. I'd love to see that.
And I'd take out the Cylons from Cylon 98 with the human Cylons, and I'd bring Count Ibis in and the Beings of Light as like in the background.
Oh yeah, with
I'd bring all that in, and they get to Earth, and Earth's an interstellar empire, and they're coming to a war with Cylons.
Yeah, like a different time zone.
That's what I do. That's where I'd go.
I know, but you and I might do things different. But some twat up there in Hollywood is going to probably make it with toasters and a woke kind of transgender Cylon, and I shouldn't even go there. Yeah,
don't, because they'll all be out. After last week, I had to stop the Northerners from coming down.
Oh, hey, look, they made the bloody film, okay? They made Alien 3, and it's a classic.
But you're stood there defending the bloody film. You know, we have to live with that. We have to live with that.
It has some good Northern actors in it. It had John Glover, I think it was, and it had
John Glover.
Paul Mc... Is it? Yeah, it's John Glover, isn't it?
Paul McGann.
Paul McGann. Yeah, he's from. Is he from Liverpool? I know he's northern somewhere. Because the McGann family are quite a load of actors. They're in loads of things, aren't they, the McGanns?
There's a Scouser, isn't he?
Oh, is he Scouser? All right.
Yeah, because one his brother famous. His brother was a big sitcom actor.
Yeah,
wasn't
he was in
yeah,
that one.
I forgot his name now.
Yeah, he's on that one with that blonde woman and the kid. I can't remember what it was called. It was.
Oh, where he's like a male nanny.
The
or
Upper
something.
Hand. Is it The Upper Hand?
Yeah, I remember. Bloody
The
hell.
Upper Hand. Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
was shy. It
Oh,
wasn't
the
funny.
Blackman, she were in.
Yeah, she was in it. It wasn't funny. I thought
I
it was
watched
shit, actually.
over the weekend. I watched
What?
Home to Roost Christmas special.
I quite like Home to Roost. It's all right.
I watched it where they got that woman in his hotel and his entire family turned up and ruined it. I couldn't stop laughing, and then any woman threw him out, and he's in bed with kid who weaves the bed all the time. He's in bed with two sons, looking up Christmas, ruining kid in bed.
I've not seen that one.
Yeah, you say you want it. It's 55
Okay, Home
minutes
to
long.
Roost.
He, like all his kids turn up at Christmas, and he says, "What y'all doing here?" He says, "Well, we'll come see you for Christmas." He says, "Well, there's," and he just says, "I'm off to the Grange. I don't care about you." So get
The
it off.
guy,
Oh, it all goes wrong.
the guy that played the son in that, of course, I remember from being in Threads. He was the guy in Threads who was the one who had the girlfriend, and they were trying to. They're just moving into a new flat before
Was
it
he
all goes
Threads?
up. He was in Threads. Yeah, he was the younger guy. He was the one, the boyfriend.
Reece Dinsdale.
I don't know his name. Yeah, but
Yeah,
he was the boyfriend. Yeah.
He was in that film ID. I don't know if you remember that. He was in that.
I have to say, we've got to review Threads at some point. We've never done that, and that's a classic.
It freaks me out. That does.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that. Maybe I should say that for next Halloween because it's so dark. But yeah, that's a real. But he was great in that. It was just he could have two different more roles than that in Threads and Home to Roost. So that was okay. What else we got? Apparently, we got Tales from the TARDIS coming on the Doctor Who side of things tomorrow. From the time of filming. It's going to be the brand new iPlayer Doctor Who thing, where every episode, apart from the pilot, because the writer of the first 4 episodes is a bit of a beep, shall we say, and not that letting them see it. And there's going to be this thing with Tales of the TARDIS, which has some of the classic Doctors. I think they're going to be reminiscing on Adventures or something. I don't know if you heard about that, but that's coming tomorrow.
Right.
That should be interesting. But it's all gearing up for Doctor Who now. The first of the 3 episodes isn't until the end of November, which is a bit annoying, but I will certainly be watching it. And then we've got 2 episodes in early December, and then we've got the Christmas special. So it's quite a lot of Doctor Who coming up. That's one of the only main new things coming up that I can see, which is well worth watching, really. So, like I said, I think it's going to be interesting. I'm still dubious about how Doctor Who is going to be next season, but I'll be there. I'll try it out. I've watched some Jodie Whittaker's actually, and it's not quite so bad on the second watching.
Well, I'm not watching that.
You what?
I just can't do with them.
You can't do it. So are you gonna? I mean, you've asked me this. Are you gonna give up with Doctor Who if it's that bad after the Christmas special or what?
No,
You do well. You'll be watching it.
I know. Well, I know I'll be watching it. Well, I was trying to take a manly stand then, and you ruined it. You know what I mean? I was like trying to make a point that I'm gonna. But yeah, no, of course I'll be watching it. No, I did like the Power of the Doctor. If that had been more like the Power of the Doctor, I'd have been into Jodie.
Yeah, that's quite good. Yeah.
I don't blame her. Just I blame the writers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean,
It's that war.
No, it is a shame.
And
But
don't get me started on that Dalek Christmas special because that's when I just wrote it off.
oh, I like that one. Is that the one with the police officer that's got the attached to her back and that, and she's like, and they go, I like that one. I like that one. I do. Any news? I mean, apparently the writer strike in America, obviously that's finished, which we know about. When is the actual actors strike going to end? Is that apparently next week is the ultimatum where if they don't agree something, it's this week they're going to be talking about it. If they don't agree anything this week, then apparently it's all going to be put on hold until January next year.
And I'd like to say on that notice that this will be the final episode of the Solo One Sci-Fi Podcast because all the fucking actors have gone on strike and we cannot cover any more stuff.
No, I thought you could say I'm an actor. Because when I do this show, I'm not acting. This is true me. This is me for the world. Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, yeah. What were we talking about? If this doesn't stop happening soon, because it's getting on there. It's been over 100 days now.
Well, I mean, have we got anything left? Have we seen everything now? Have we done this? Yeah. I mean, I've seen 2 episodes of Loki. I'm sort of in and out with it. I've noticed I've not been rushing to watch it. You know what I mean? So, is there anything else? I mean, there's Doctor Who, isn't there?
That's it. Doctor Who is the only thing.
Is that it then?
All they're going on about is the animated Star Trek series, which I'm sorry, I'm just not into those much. Lower Decks, they keep going on about it. I'm sure it's very good, but it's not really my cup of tea. I don't dislike it, but it's just not for me. Star Wars, from what I understand, everything's on hold for next year. Skeleton Crew, they've made it, I think, but they're not going to show it because they want to fill the gap.
I saw a picture of the Acolyte the other day.
I think that looks interesting. I certainly, I don't know what it would be like, but it sounds.
And I think the finished film. I think that's in Cannes now.
Which one? What, Acolyte?
No, you know which one.
No. The one that we can't speak about. The one with the guy with the green milk and the son and the mum and things like that.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Everybody, a lot of people love that series. A lot of people say it's very, very
too
deep.
long. It was too long.
I think it had some good ideas. I think it should have been 6-parters, not 12.
Yeah,
I think that would have been fine. Rather than having like 3-episode arcs, they could have easily condensed each one of those into 1 episode. I think.
Are we doing a live stream after Doctor Who?
I don't mind. I mean, there's 3 coming up.
You said you figured it all out how to do it. That's what you told me.
Well, no, I think I mean, sorry, I've done some with Sidetrack, but I think we could try and do a live one, but I don't know whether I can send you the link to make it live on your channel. So we could do it live on my channel.
I mean, we can do it live on my channel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind either way, but we could do it live on one of our channels.
Yeah, let's. Well, all right. Let's sort it out near at time then.
Yeah, I mean, we've still got another month until we get there, so we've got plenty of time to work it out anyway.
Yeah, because I'm at a convention on the 25th.
Okay.
So that's on the 26th, isn't it, Doctor Who? Isn't it?
I don't know which day of the week it is. Let's have a look. 26th is a Sunday. 25th is. So I think you might be away on the actual day of the first episode.
Oh, me? No, is that Saturday 25th?
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, that's what. Is that what you said? I think so. Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was 26.
Wait, hang on. You might be right because recently they've had the episodes on Sundays, haven't they? So let me have a look. Oh no, you're right because I'm still thinking of the old days where you used to get it on a Saturday and they changed it to Sunday. But I've got the feeling that Russell T Davies has moved it back to Saturday. Let's have a look. First look at blah 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 blah. Don't care about get these bloody adverts all the time. No, it's not it. It's just going on about the episode itself. I just want the actual dates. I should know this. All right, I'll let you know when it's close. I just can't find it. I just got advert after advert on this site. Let's get on my nerves. Hang on. Let me just do one very, very quick thing while I'm here.
Hang on. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. What day is Doctor Who on?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Fucking
special anniversary dates.
That should have taught. No, I'm not having. Hey Google, what day is Doctor?
Right, okay, I found it. 25th of November, which is a Saturday.
Well, Google should know that.
Well, no, I did put it. I just typed it in really quickly. It's on the 25th, which is a Saturday. I can't help it. I got there. Look, it's my Google. There it is. It says it on Google. 25th, and then I know that it's. I know it now because it's the 25th. It is the 25th, which is a Saturday,
And then the second one is the Saturday, the 2nd of December. And the third one is the Saturday, the 9th of December. So Russell T Davies has moved it back to Saturday, which he's always wanted to do because Doctor Who.
There's 4 of them in there. There's 4 in there.
Well, there's 3 of the 60th anniversary. And
then
then 2
the new
weeks,
one.
and then it's the new one with the
Yeah.
It just still look. I tell you, everything I've seen of that, it looks god awful. It looks terrible.
Well, let's be open-minded about it, Michael. Let's give it a
No,
chance.
but it just looks absolute shite. It just looks terrible. I've said it from the beginning. It's nothing against the actor. I just think it's going to be really, really woke and tick boxy and kind of.
Stop it, man.
I hate that.
It could be good.
Yeah, I know.
You know, let's not jump on the coffin just yet. Do you know what I mean? Have a little faith, brother. Have a little faith.
I've got faith of the heart. No one's gonna stop.
We need now. We need that Enterprise thing just kicking in right now.
No, do you know what? I would put it on now, but you'll get a copyright strike. Otherwise, you'll have yeah. Do, 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 do.
Oh, give up. Yeah, you can't do anything, can you, anymore? Can you? Can you? You know what I mean? That would have made it funny, that moment.
I know. I do make some stuff in, but I'll club it with that.
I know. I put some.
You know, I'll get clubbered with that.
And there were there were like some of a second that had, oh well, you know, this has been copyrighted or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I am. Sick.
I've got some things coming. I've got some pranks coming over at Christmas. Some big 12-hour things, and I've been partly blocked. And where am I blocked? Russia.
Yeah. I got blocked in Russia.
Just Russia.
I did. It said you've been blocked, so I pressed button. Russia and North Korea.
Is it communist countries or something?
Well, North Korea's that dictatorship, isn't it?
Yeah, but isn't North Korea communist though?
I think so. Yeah, well,
so that's what I'm saying.
I mean, like they don't watch YouTube in North Korea, do they?
Yeah, I don't think we have a lot of people watching the Solar One Sci-Fi podcast in Russia. I don't think we have a big.
What you mean that dictator Kim Jong?
Yeah. Oh, in North Korea.
He's a big fan of the show.
Yeah. I mean, you can see him like putting his thumb up or something, like, you know, he's like,
yeah, leaving a comment in the likes, you know.
Putin.
Be
What
crazy.
about, you know? Yeah.
Well, I think I'd be terrified if he were leaving comments. Do you know what I mean?
I wonder what you'd say about the podcast. I wonder what you'd describe it as being.
Rishi Sunak's a fan.
Donald Trump?
Well,
I know. It's interesting. I don't know what's happening with him, because I know he wants to become the president again next year, and obviously in the States. And
I've not been following it. I'm avoiding news at the moment.
Well, it's quite depressing, isn't it? I mean,
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that awful shooting with 18 people, and I think it was in Virginia, somewhere in the States. It was terrible.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was awful. But I digress. We're not a news site, are we? We're talking about. So, really, is there anything else to talk about in news? I can't think of anything.
Well, no, the Battlestar. There's a film and a television series. Doctor Who's coming. There's the new Marvel movie out, I think next week.
Oh, okay.
There's that, but they're already panning it.
Right.
There's this series that's come out in Canada called Robin Hood, and they're all.
Oh, you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. They really haven't. Apparently, it's that bad. It's funny.
I know that you're not a follower of it, but I'm really watching the spin-off of The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. I've just got to season 7, and I've got another season to go because they're in the middle of season 8. And oh my god, it is so bloody good. It is so good. Can I give you a spoiler? If you're never going to watch it, you'll be quite surprised what happens. Should I tell you?
Yeah, go on. What?
All right. So if you're if you're planning on seeing the Solar One side, the Walking Dead. If you're planning on watching the Fear of the Walking Dead, then just switch off for 5 minutes. At the end of season 6, it goes nuclear. Yeah, there's a character who has a nuclear submarine, and they actually launch and part of the the world there, and if it goes nuclear, it's radioactive.
Oh,
It's like-
well, thanks for spoiling that for me, mate.
I warned you.
I was
warned
just
you.
one episode from the final
I
bloody
know you're
episode.
not. You've not seen one episode of Fear the Walking Dead. No, it's really solid. I can't tell you enough. It's like it's just like Survivors, but
Why is
except
he nuking the world then?
there's an actor called John Glover who's been in things.
I love John Glover.
He's the one. He's the bad guy, and he's a nut, and he's a murderer and all sorts of things. He breaks out of prison, and he believes that the end is the beginning. He believes that destroying all life as it is the beginning of a new world, and he's the antagonist. And he's so good in it. And John Glover is so good in it. Yeah, like I said, they
It
got
sort of reminds me of The Last Ship.
Yeah.
Something,
It does have a
you know.
vibe to that as well, actually. But it's different from the actual original series. But as someone who watches them, and they're all over the place, they're all concurrent, and then they go off in tangents and stuff. I love it. So if you want to check it out, I know it's a spoiler, but I don't think you're going to get around to seeing it. There's a lot of episodes. What's that? What's that? A
Wait.
boob? Oh, get off! I just saw. What the hell is that on there for? What's that? Barbie?
Yeah.
What's that?
Barbie the film.
Oh, it's a film you got there. You
Yeah.
got a Blu-ray. You bought the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay.
Well, the biggest film this year, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I think you should give it a go.
No.
I'd like to review Barbie, actually.
Oh, don't do that to me, Martin. Come on. Don't make me watch Barbie, please.
Well, it depends. There might be a price to pay.
What's the price? You're going to come round and shoot me or something, or what?
Okay. Well, I want you to
Send me a
do
letter bomb.
I want you to do a national apology, make a 3-minute video, and apologise to the northerners of this country. Do you know what I mean? Oh.
Okay, I will humbly.
No,
I will
don't-
say.
no.
Although I have been to Sheffield, I went to Sheffield this year. All right, and I have to say, my
It's
experience
not
in
another
Sheffield-
country, you know.
No, but it might as well have been because it was a complete shithole. It was horrible up there. It was covered in graffiti, and I felt that I was going to get mugged every 5 seconds. I didn't like it up there. I didn't like Sheffield.
Oh.
I know. I'm sorry. I like Liverpool.
No, I come from Leeds, so it's different.
I don't know Leeds. I don't think I've been to Leeds. So there's nothing
No,
against
because you're not
yours.
allowed there. They banned you.
Oh, I
after
think what have you
said.
blacklisted me up there? Have you? Is that what it is?
Yeah. The Northern Council phoned me last week and said if he steps over the border, they're going to arrest you.
Have I got like my number plate of my car in their database? And so some camera, you cross the border, and all these like flashing lights come along and like sirens, and then the police come out and they're, like chasing me out the country, out the city or whatever it is. So no, I don't know about Leeds. I wouldn't mind checking out Leeds. I don't know much about Leeds.
It's very nice, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Is it better than Sheffield?
Well, I think it is because I come from there, so of course. Leeds is very nice. Yeah.
And you've been to Sheffield, have
very,
you?
It's a very spacious place. There's a lot of green there.
Okay. Sheffield,
parks
in Sheffield's defence, I only went to parts of it, and where we stayed at the hotel, I was greeted. We had sirens going off at 3 o'clock in the morning, and outside the window there was lots of concrete barriers and gates and bridges. And they're all covered in graffiti, and yeah. So it's.
So you want to come to London? Fucking hell.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying. I mean, Portsmouth.
Yeah, you want to come to fucking London, though?
No, I know, but.
Do you know? I'm going to say this. If I'm moving around on a bus,
Yeah.
I look up and I see like tall buildings and there's graffiti on top of the building. And I think to myself, how the hell
Get up
did
there?
they
I
get up
wonder
there?
that. Now that's something you get when you're older. You see, if you're like 25 or something, you don't care. When you get older, you start to look at things like, hang on a minute, that's on top of like a electric pylon or something, and it has the word "git" at the top or something.
Yeah.
And like, why the fuck did they climb up there and do that? When did they do it? Why did they do it? What's the point of it? People do some strange things, don't they? It's like the idea of throwing shoes tied together and throwing them on a telephone pole, and they hang down.
No, that's in America. That's
an American thing.
If a gang member gets killed, they throw up a pair of shoes. I mean.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before, but I
Yeah,
just think it's
something
weird.
like that.
I just think it's weird. Anyway, I think on that note, is this Halloween discussion? I don't know, but I think we should go into our focus of the. Who gives a shit? Anyway, it's our podcast. Shall we go to our focus of the week?
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes left.
Well, yeah, but we're gonna have to. Okay, we're talking out loud. We're gonna have to stop, and then I'll have to send you contact in 10
Can
minutes
we
time.
fuck off now and then come back?
Do you want a 1 minute? We could have a 1 minute review if you like.
Okay, it's Halloween. It's the fog. You've got to give it some respect, haven't you?
Well, then we're gonna have to come back. We're gonna have
Yeah,
to come back.
It's the John Carpenter movie. It deserves a full review. It
Right.
does.
Right, we're gonna go into our. We're gonna go to our focus of the week, and we'll be right back. Here we go.
It's the
Solar Sci-Fi.
focus of the week.
Okay, so this week we are focusing on a film from 1980. It's a film by John Carpenter. It has the lovely Adrienne Barbeau in it. It's got a lot of Jamie Lee Curtis in it, lots of other people, and it is featuring a weather phenomenon which you get quite a lot, but normally you don't stay away from it. And it is the fog. And Martin is also dressed up in another film which I think was directed by John Carpenter, which is They Live, which we have reviewed. How are you doing, Martin? Because you sound a bit muffled from the audio. Say something.
Can you hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, can you say I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm a pheasant plucker son. I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes?
Oh, fuck off.
Okay, on that note, let's go to the review. So, alright Martin, this is I know that horror's not one of your mainstream things, but this is a classic film, but it's John Carpenter. Tell me how you encountered...
That briefing, that bloody thing.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say you're going to hyperventilate, well, or not. You're going to get low oxygen. How did you find the fog? How did you hear about the fog?
I put my X-Men Cyclops goggles on.
Okay,
Find optic beams out.
that's what it's all about.
Yes, I found it. I like the fog. I like the story. I never really thought they were evil.
Well, they were seeking revenge.
Came to the cross at the end. I never thought they were evil. It was more about the humans and that guy over the gold cross. They were all the bad
vicar. Yeah, the vicar guy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was an interesting premise, wasn't it? But it was. I think for me, what makes this film stand up part of the way is, first of all, the aforementioned Adrienne Barbeau. Ahoy there, mateys, as she would say very much. And Jamie Lee Curtis. Tom Atkins, who of course featured on Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, a classic movie, which we have reviewed, and Martin was forced to watch, and he was very good because he did. There's also Janet Leigh as well, and...
well, you know...
No.
I really do think
No.
that.
Okay. For those of you on audio, Martin is showing me a Blu-ray copy of Barbie, the film from 2023.
Well, why don't you put a poll out there then?
No, don't make me do that.
Well, I'm just saying let democracy.
Oh, God.
Let democracy take charge.
No, but I mean, I'm asking the world, and I mean, like, there are people out there who are lovely, but there are also twats out there. And what are the twats make the vote that? Oh God! Oh Martin, don't! Oh don't! Oh God! Sorry, I know I sound like a whingy like 8-year-old, but it looks terrible. It looks like
it's very good. Well, it's the biggest film of this year.
Well, no. What does that say? I mean, what about the classic? I mean, Barbie.
Well, why not? It's a good. I bet you enjoyed it.
It's a plastic doll, which you.
I went to see it and I walked out there, thoroughly enjoyed it.
I know, but I'm.
All right. Back to the fog. We'll continue this discussion next week. Next week, I'd like to do Aliens 3 as well.
All right, Alien 3 next week. Yeah, right. Okay. But I thought we weren't allowed to talk about Alien 3.
I thought, why not?
Oh, great. I'd love to do Alien 3. And I've seen both versions. Okay, right. Anyway, that's next week. Yeah. So, ahoy there, mateys. Back to the fog. Ahoy. So, this film obviously was directed by John Carpenter. It was also written by co-written by John Carpenter, which I didn't know, and Deborah Hill, and it was produced by Deborah Hill. So it looked like it was those two people were heavily involved with this series. I think John Carpenter did some of the music as well. Actually, you have to scroll down. I love John Carpenter music in his films. He always does such good music, and the scenes of there's scenes where the fog is coming over. It's going bang, 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 bang. I love all that.
Snake Plissken films, Big Trouble in Little China, They Live.
Yeah, They Live.
Precinct 13. Always that synthesizer sort of beat.
I love it. The Thing
Incredible.
as well.
Yeah.
I think Christine does some music. That's what I love. I love all those.
I've never known a film director where
he does the music. Yeah, and he does it so good. Did he do the original Halloween theme as well?
I think. Well, what Halloween 3?
No. Because he directed. Did he direct the first Halloween movie?
I think he created it, didn't he?
I think he did.
Yeah, Halloween. I mean, we won't talk about Halloween 3, but he did create the character of Michael Myers. I think he did. Yeah.
I need to look that up. I know we're talking about the fog, but
I think that's what put him on the map as well.
Yeah.
Commercially, before that, he was like an indie film director. No, but Elvis with Kurt Russell had got him famous, wasn't it?
Oh.
It was Elvis.
Did he do Escape from New York? He did do Escape from New York as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the sequel, Escape from LA, wasn't it? I never saw the sequel.
Yeah. Have you never seen Escape from LA?
No, I've got it. I mean, you recommend it?
I quite enjoyed it. It's a bit cheesy, but
I mean, it's as good as
they had a lot of money. They had a lot of money to spend on it, and they didn't really know what to do with it, really. But it was Snake Plissken were back, and that's all you cared about. I will let you into a secret, though. You know the Ghosts of Mars.
The Ghosts of Mars.
Yeah, John Carpenter movie.
I've not seen that.
It's interesting concept. Actually, that might be one to review. That was going to be the third Escape movie.
Oh, okay.
The story for that, if you took the actor out and put Snake in, that you would have had Escape from Mars.
Oh, okay.
Apparently but they got some rapper in called Ice Cube or something. He did it. It's not a bad film. Some people weren't happy with it. It's interesting.
I'm just looking up this. So obviously Deborah Hill and John Carpenter did The Fog. They both also did the screenplay for the original Halloween. So it is definitely, and this would have only been made 2 years after the original Halloween movie. So The Fog has got a lot of links to that. And it says, I'm looking at who did the music? Did he do the music? Music department. No, it doesn't say who did the actual theme tune to. I've got the feeling he did the theme tune to Halloween as well.
Yeah, I do.
I think he did. I don't know.
Because the music's so outstanding for that, isn't it?
I mean, like I said, The Fog is a prime example of that because when he did Halloween in 1978, that's I think the film that really started to put him on the map. And they wanted to do like another darker movie. I don't know whether he did Halloween 2, which would have been a similar time to The Fog. But then he did The Fog in 1980, and then I think he did The Thing in 1982. So this is the point where he was really getting into the groove of horror, dark movies, throwing in his wonderful soundtracks, the scare factors, and everything else. But I mean, it's interesting because I did put a poll on for The Fog, as well as the Mist, which another film I really like, and Poltergeist, and in the end, 37% of people voted for The Fog, and I had about 150 votes on my channel, which I was quite pleased with. It's quite a lot of votes. So it obviously shows that this movie, for whatever it is, or whatever it was, it's specific, isn't it? It's a very...
It should, but if you think about it, should have been Poltergeist, really, shouldn't it, really?
Yeah, I suppose it's a Halloween movie. I mean, we are using a Halloween sort of a film for the Halloween episode, which is what we're trying to do here. But I don't know, out of those three, do you think Poltergeist would have been more relevant to Halloween?
I said to you when you showed me Paul, I said Fog will win that.
You did say that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd have gone, if it had been Poltergeist or Halloween, I'd have definitely gone for the Fog, sorry. I'd have gone for the Fog over Poltergeist. I've seen Poltergeist.
I've
I've
seen
seen the others out as well.
I've seen all
But-
3 of the movies of Poltergeist.
Yeah,
yeah,
double.
yeah.
I mean, first one I didn't mind, but the Fog I've seen about 3 or 4 times. For some reason, I'm drawn into that.
Yeah, I don't know what makes it. I mean, like I said, Adrienne Barbeau is. I don't
I've
know.
seen good in anything she's in. She's
Yeah, she was in. I remember she was in a classic episode of the '80s Twilight Zone as well. So, and she was in Cannibal Run. She was the hot brunette in Cannibal Run.
Yes,
as well.
she was. Yeah,
So we all remember her for that.
I'm the captain of Voyager as well.
No, she wasn't. To be the captain of Voyager.
Jim Barbeau. Yeah, she was going to be original captain on
No,
Voyager.
that wasn't. That was going to be Genevieve Bujon.
Oh, was it Jennifer? Oh, right.
Yeah, she was the one that she was on the show for about 2 days, and they filmed some stuff.
I
and she
thought
quit.
that was Jim Barbeau. Right?
Oh, no, but Adrienne Barbeau was on Star Trek. She played a Romulan in season 7. Not an ambassador, but there was the character that she replaced, and she was the Romulan working on Deep Space Nine, who was working out the logistics of the war efforts on her part. She has been in Star Trek in that episode, so that's her Star Trek role. But I've always liked her in everything I've seen her in. I think she's a great actress.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I mean, the film, you think it'd be like the ghosts or whatever they are, the entities that would be the villains. They're
More
not
complicated than that. It's not as
It's not, because when I first watched it, I was expecting that. And by when we got to the scene in the church with that insane vicar and the gold cross, it were like they were just coming back to reclaim what were theirs. All the greed and the backstabbing were coming from the humans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were the villains of it, really. You know,
They were just seeking redemption. They were seeking an end to a misjustice of who they were, and that's why they came back, because they wanted to get their revenge for the way they were treated. It was a bit weird the way they did it.
They were the people. I mean, that vicar, I mean, he got it, didn't he? I mean, they all did, didn't they? And
Yeah, but that was the weird, because in the end of the film, I mean, we are sort of talking about the end of the film, but at one point, the vicar grabs the cross, and it kind of it's like he's giving it to the spirits, and then it sort of explodes, and then they're gone, and it's like they took the gold with them. I think that's what they did, and it was like that was it. They've got their prize for the misjustice. But then at the end, you see like the fog banks are rolling away. It's going back to the sea, and the music's going. That's the end. And then suddenly you see a bit of a mist coming under the door, and then the vicar, and then they're suddenly all there in the church. He turns around, the one's got a scythe, and cuts his bloody head off, and that's the end of it.
Yeah,
And
brilliant.
Yeah, I like that ending. I think that was pretty cool. It was definitely memorable. Are you surprised there wasn't some sort of sequel or some
I
continuation?
don't think you could have a sequel to that. I think as a one-off, it would
You
have
think?
been. Yeah, I really do.
It's just that you would. I mean, it's like you know.
You want a sequel to it, The Fog 2? I mean, what are you going to do
I
with
don't.
it?
I think, as you say, there's not much. You can't really do it. I mean, the story's told.
No.
I mean, it's just that you think of some of these horror movies like Friday the 13th, the original Halloween movie, and they just go on, and they find some lame excuse to bring them back, and it goes on, and I hate that. And I'm glad that they didn't do that. They didn't have like Fog 2, Fog 3, the Fog the Revenge. You know, Fog meets up, sort of combines his powers with the mist, and it's the mist and the fog, and then it's the hailstorm, and then it's obviously not. That's not serious. But
I'll tell you a film I'd like to see again. It's Nightbreed.
Nightbreed.
Clive Barker. That's one I recommend to review.
Okay, we'll put it on the shopping list. All right.
And I bought last week. I picked up on 4K. I bought Cat's Eyes.
I want to review some classic shrinking movies. I would like to review The Incredible Shrinking Man.
I'm not doing that. It freaks me out.
Oh, why you wouldn't do The Incredible Shrinking Man? That's a great movie.
No, it just freaks me out.
Oh, it's so good with the spider crawling.
Hey,
Dum, dum, dum.
No,
Really?
it wasn't that. It was him and the spider. Do you know what I mean? That was just.
Yeah, when he's like trapped, isn't he, trying to get a bit of cheese and that.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I think that film's really creepy.
It's not a happy ending at all, is it?
Well, no, because he just it's left open, but eventually he'll just die. So I mean, it's not.
Yeah, just keep thinking, don't they? He'll go into
Well, eventually he won't be able to breathe, will he? Because he won't be able to breathe in
air
the
molecules.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's open. Does he straight like? Does he end up in Subatomica or what? I mean, he could end up going somewhere else. I mean, you could make a valid sequel to that.
And also, Inner Space is another shrinking film I like as well.
I'm up for covering Inner Space.
Yeah, I love Inner Space. I like the cowboy.
And
Yeah, all right. It's a really funny film. It's really good. All right.
You don't see that actor now much. Martin Short, is he? You don't see him much now, do
Martin
you?
Shaw. He was in. He appeared in Mars Attacks.
Yeah,
he was
does.
in Mars Attacks, and he was in the Three Amigos. He's in a bit, not for years. I've not seen him for anything for years.
No. I was upset about Matthew Perry the other day.
I wanted to mention that actually. As of the time of recording, he only died yesterday. So I was never a fan of Friends.
Friends were one of them things. If you were in Friday night and it were on in background, you'd end up watching it. I wasn't an avid viewer of it.
Yeah.
It was just there. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I always said the rivalry because they had Friends and Frasier on at the same time, and I was a massive fan of Frasier. I'm enjoying the new Frasier now; he's come back. But
Is the new one any good?
It's all right. It's got Frasier and his son's back, but the Daphne and Niles aren't in it, which is a bit. But Nicholas Lyndhurst is in it of all people, and it's weird seeing him.
Really?
Yeah, he plays a professor, yeah, he's fine. But Nicholas Lyndhurst, I don't know. I just feel really sorry for him after his son died. So, but it's all right. I mean, Frasier's still Frasier. But yeah, it's horrible about what happened to the guy on Friends. Where he just apparently I think he'd had a few bevies or whatever, and he sort of like fell asleep drunk and he slipped down the ground or something. It was a horrible thing. So, and he was also on pills and stuff. And apparently, he was quite a tortured individual. Anyway, let's finish off with The Fog, though. I would just say that The Fog, though, was a very, very good movie. I really did enjoy it. Didn't they make a sequel to a remake of it of some sort?
Yeah, they did.
I never saw that. Did you see that?
I've never seen it. In from Smallville was in it.
Yeah, you mentioned that last
Tom
week.
Welling, yeah. I've never seen it. It sort of appeared and then vanished. It wasn't out for long. So.
I don't think it was very well regarded because.
No, I'm not that, but I'm not even interested in seeing it. So.
I don't fancy. I mean, yeah. I mean, I hate some of these remakes. You know, why do they keep remaking stuff? It's never as good as the original. You know, it's frustrating that they do that. But anyway, so I suppose it's time to wrap things up. Anything else before we give our vote for it?
No, that's it really. That's it.
All right. Well, I'll give it I'll give it a 7.7 out of 10. 7.7 because it's a classic. It's a good horror movie. It's unique. It's got good music. It's got Adrian Barbeau. That puts it up a few points anyway for me. So yeah.
Oh yeah. What's Scotty Stargate coming back?
Oh yeah, I meant to say that. According to Jay on Sidetrack, it keeps changing. Some points I'm hearing.
That's what I'm getting a bit confused with it all.
It keeps saying it's either going to be a movie or it's going to be a TV series, and then it's going to be a movie. I don't think people really. Everyone is desperate to find out what's going on, and we're not hearing jack shit. And it's getting on my nerves. It might be because of all these writers' strikes and actors' strikes and everything else. It's put everything on the back burner. But you know, come on, for crying out loud! I mean, it's been months and months of us. You know, if they are bringing back Stargate in some capacity, it's time to announce it. Okay, even if it's the early stages, they haven't done any filming yet. Come on, let's just get it on because this is getting daft, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So if I hear anything, obviously I'll let you know.
I do recommend you should watch The Ghost of Mars. It's a science fiction film set on Mars. For John Carpenter. It's called The Ghost of Mars.
Yeah.
I do recommend. I don't want to give you any spoilers.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It's about a colony on Mars and something there, and that's all I'm getting. It's just, but it is not a bad film. Actually.
When was it made, roughly?
Oh God, I think it was very early 90s. It didn't do that well. It didn't do that, but that would have been if Escape from LA had done well. That would have been the third movie in the trilogy.
Yeah, you said okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I do recommend you should watch Ghost of Mars.
Yeah, all right. I'll put it on the list. I mean, I'm always. I mean, a lot of films that this is what I like about the show. We do tend to share films which we haven't always seen together, and and in the end, it's a sort of joint thing. So yeah, it's pretty good. And no. For you on the audio again, Martin is showing me again a very blurred image of that film with the plastic people and the plastic toy town. No.
Fair enough.
But no, I mean, I tell you one thing. I tell you what, if we do like a certain YouTube channel that we follow, sometimes have a drinking thing. It might be all right if we weren't sober.
On our live Doctor Who show.
No. Oh yeah.
And Michael will go step in the TARDIS for a bottle of vodka.
I don't think I can watch Barbie sober. I'm sorry. I don't think I can watch that sober. It just looks god awful. I know why. Do you know what? I know you well enough to know why you're recommending it, because you're telling me it's actually got quite a clever concept, and I do understand that. Yeah. I know. It's just, I think also it was all the hype of it. I hate things when they're really so much in your face, and it's like, okay, this is a film, and they must have spent Go on.
Have we covered Hardware on this channel?
Hardware?
The sci-fi film made in the 80s. I thought we had.
No.
It was this terrible film.
Oh no! I think we talked about it. Wasn't it like a Terminator thing or something?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
It was shite. No, what you told me to watch it.
Thank you.
No. You told me to watch it.
I agree.
It was terrible, and I don't think we never. It was shite.
I loved the hype for it, and I got all excited about it.
I think it was British. Was it British or something?
Yeah, I think so.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was awful. It was one of the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And we never properly reviewed it. And I mean, at some point we should do it again. Just maybe because I saw it about 2 years ago. It was shy. It was terrible.
So next week we're doing Aliens 3 then.
Yeah.
Well, we have to move through the films, don't we? So
yeah. I mean, we've done the first two, and some of the Terminator films as well. So yeah. All right, matey. All right. On that note, I think we're pretty much done. Unless there's anything else before we finish.
Scores for the Fog.
What was that?
The scores for the Fog.
Oh, so I gave it 7.7. I think I said. What's your score?
I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, all right. I mean, like I said, it's. I think it's got a lot going for it. It's certainly unique.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's more the genre I'm into as well. Even though you're fine with it. Yeah. All right. 7.7 and a 6. So I think that's a fair score. Awesome. Well done. All right, matey. I think we're pretty much done. I think I'll wrap up with this. This is a funny thing. I did this ages ago, but there was this funny audio I've still got from years ago of James Corden, and Patrick Stewart was drunk, and he was saying about "I can see your belly." And someone did this musical thing, but I have got the video and looped it with the audio, and it's just quite a funny thing. And if you like Patrick Stewart, I love Patrick Stewart. But when he was having a go at James Corden, he was obviously completely pissed, and it was just funny how they had this spat, and it's something that's always appealed to me in my weird sense of humour. So next week we're back with Alien 3. This is going to be a good one. It's going to feature lots of Northern men, so it should be proved to be a very interesting podcast, and I'll look forward to it. Until then, obviously it's afterwards, but I hope you had a happy Halloween, and we'll catch you next time on the Salon Podcast. Bye-bye. See ya.
Right.
I want to speak to James here. It's James, isn't it? From where I was sitting, I can see your belly, belly. I can see your belly, 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 belly. I can see your belly, belly, belly. I can see your belly.
Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Okay, Ellie. One more.
Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Okay, Ellie. One more. If you fancy the Jonas Brothers, cover your belly. If you fancy the Jonas Brothers, cover your belly. Belly, belly. I can see your belly.
Belly, belly. You can see my belly.
Cover your belly. Belly, belly. I can see your belly.
Belly, belly. You can see my belly.
Cover your belly.
Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Okay, Ellie.
No, seriously, go on. Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Okay, Ellie.
No, seriously, go on.
These people down here can see your belly. These people down here can see your belly. These people down here can see your belly. These people down here. Cover your belly, belly, belly. I can see your belly, belly, belly. I can see your belly, 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 belly. I can see your 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 cover your belly, belly. I can see your belly, belly, belly. I can see your cover your belly.
Can we get a taxi ready, please?
Cover your belly.